What's up, everybody? Joe here from Podcast Rock City, and Jody will be here in just a second. Here, let me give you guys a better view. I hope you guys are doing great. Thank you very much for listening to the show this week and watching the show this week. We have more YouTube views and Facebook views than we've ever gotten before. Thank you very much. And subscriptions are up. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please hook it up, man. I seem to come on anytime there's big news. So like this week we had some big news. Hi Chris, how are you? We're obviously going to talk about that a little bit, but let's go ahead and do that.
Podcast Rock City News.
So, yeah, Gene Simmons got COVID, and we talked about that yesterday, and everybody's been kind of giving me their opinion on what's going on. Everybody seems to think, what's up, Javier? I wanted to thank you for offering to help me out. I'm sorry, but I didn't even get to go to the show. I'm so miserable. Robert, Chris, Sean, hello. Half Ace, good to see you. Jody will be here in a second. So, yeah, Gene got COVID. I'm hoping nobody else does. They're saying that, I think it says the 9th of September, we're going to get some more. There's Jody.
Oh, it's working. Is it working?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Talk to me.
It's a little behind, dude.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. So Gene Simmons got COVID. What'd you think when you heard that?
I'm not that surprised, dude. I mean, if you're hanging out with Paul, who has it.
You think they were kissing? I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
No, but I can't imagine that they're singing in the microphones together. I have not had a chance to see them because my show got canceled. But
what about Tommy and Eric, though?
Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Haven't heard anything about them. And normally I would say, Gene and Paul at some point were going to be in a microphone looking at each other and singing, but I bet that's been cut off. What did you think, Jody, when you saw the pictures of Paul spitting pics out into the crowd?
You wouldn't think COVID, Paul wouldn't be doing such things, but I guess he didn't think he had it.
Well, yeah, not only that, though. I mean, he's been doing it since the 70s, right? So,
right.
But still, I guess... I mean, honestly, I didn't even think about it until somebody showed the picture of it. Paul spitting pics out into the crowd,
Yeah.
David Donnelly, I saw pictures.
David.
Yeah, Don, I saw the pictures of your big show, man. It looked awesome. I'm glad you had a great time, and I read all your things, and it was really cool. My computer is like freaking out. It's telling
so is mine, dude.
It's telling me to do all this stuff. So, I mean, okay, so this is what I can tell you guys. I'm still, okay, so I know that Sonny and Joey and I talked this week about whether or not we still think the cruise is going to go on. And Sonny's not really sure. He seems to think no. But I'm still getting emails. I got an email yesterday that says, hey, look, everything's still going. I'll go ahead and tell you guys what it is. Hold on. Let me go there real quick. And so basically, they've sent me the email to upload my all my information, my card that says that I'm vaccinated and all that stuff. So I guess what I'm saying is according to Six Man, they're moving forward, I know that there's a cruise before the Kiss one. That's the Jericho cruise, okay? And Thanks, Joe. First show in 2 years. 40,000 people. Now, here's a secret. A lot of you people don't know this, but I've played in front of more people than that. Guess how?
How?
I brought my guitar to an Atlanta Braves game. Just stood up and started playing. Nobody cheered for me, but I still played for over 40,000. I'm going to do it at the Super Bowl so I can say I played the Super Bowl. Anyway, so they're moving forward. The Chris Jericho cruise is the 21st through like the 28th or something like that, or it's around that area. So if that cruise goes on, I think that's going to be the template. They're going to try it, and see what happens.
Well, what happens if everyone on the crew gets sick with COVID from the Jericho people? Like, not Jericho's band, but, all his fans and all that.
Yeah,
so what if, it's the same crew, right? Same captain, same...
I would imagine so. But here's the thing. Okay, so they sent us basically said, we've got a really good doctor staff. Cruises are going on right now. We're not, okay, I'll knock on some wood. We're not hearing a whole lot of stuff about cruises, where tons of people are getting COVID. So basically what we've been told is we got to show our card. We got to take a test. If anybody tests positive, them and their entire cabin cannot go on the boat.
Wow.
I'm imagining, and I can't remember, but I believe it said that we would be refunded our money, which is good. Yeah, that's good. So, it's, Robert Dunning says he thinks the cruise is a go. Now, of course, that's 2 months from now. A lot could happen. It could get worse. It could get better. Who knows? I am going to go ahead and say that I don't have my hopes up too high yet. I want to get closer before I start, really getting, how I'll get all antsy and I'll be like ready to go. And, but anyway, all right. So, this past Sunday, our podcast, our YouTube show's gotten like 250 something views in just a few days, which to some people that might not be a lot, but for us that's pretty good considering when we post a show on audio like Amazon and Google and iTunes, it gets over 20,000. So numbers wise,
it's pretty weak compared to the audio.
It is, but we really like
to look at our ugly selves,
But we really like doing the show like this because we get to see each other and it's more personal for us, and it's really like we're hanging out. You and I did the shows for so many years, where it was just our voices.
Right.
Anyway, and then but one of the things that we did this week was we told some personal Kiss stories. And you weren't here for it, so guess what?
Yeah, I missed out, dude.
Yep. Nope, you didn't miss out because we're going to do it right now.
Podcast Rock City.
All right, so I have a few stories that I told the other day, but I love. Okay, I don't know if everybody's heard your car wash story. What record was it that you wanted?
Oh, I was trying to get. I just discovered this like used record store, right? And they had just about all the Kiss records for $4 a piece, right? And I didn't have Ace Frehley solo yet, so I was like dying to make $4 so I could go get it, And so I fucking one of my dad's friends came over with this brand new truck, and I asked if I could wash it for $4, right? And so, yeah, I did. And yeah, it didn't turn out so good. But I did get the record.
Yeah. What did you wash it with,
Well,
Jody?
yeah. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing, dude. But yeah, so I really wanted to do a really good job. So I took like SOS pad and was like scrubbing the shit out of this brand new truck. And I left like, obvious. It was all scuffed, all the shit. And the dude was actually pretty cool about it. My dad was wigging out though. He got really pissed. But the guy still paid me, and I got that record.
Dude, you used a Brillo pad on the dude's truck.
I don't know what I was thinking, dude. I just really wanted to get it super clean, I didn't imagine that I was rubbing the gloss right off of this brand new vehicle. Like a dumbass.
That's bad. Um,
So stupid.
Give me another story? Okay, tell everybody how cool it was to hang out with Ace for a day.
That was super cool, man. Thanks to Lonnie and my buddy Joe Odell hooked that shit up. Yeah, me and Lonnie were basically like Ace's gopher at the Gene Simmons vault thing the day before. But then the next day it was just Ace, and we like had this like private lunch with him and chilled out, and it was super cool, dude. He played my guitar, my amp, and the whole internet went fucking loco saying how he can't play anymore, and we had to take it all down. All this crazy shit happened, but it was rad, dude. To see like your biggest influence and your biggest hero as a child playing your shit, it was just like unreal. So fucking cool, That was one of the coolest things I've ever done, Kiss wise.
Man, I was so excited for you. I was excited
for myself.
Yeah.
I was calling you that morning because I thought for sure I was going to jam with Ace. I learned a bunch of his songs over the night, just in case, But I didn't end up jamming with the dude.
Oh.
And what was crazy was like the morning of, Joe called me. He goes, never mind the guitar, man. He's not going to play anything. So I drive. I'm like halfway there, and I get a phone call from Lonnie, and he's like, dude, you got to bring your shit. Ace is going to play. So I had to turn around and go all the way back home, then back over here, So it was kind of crazy. Now every day, like we don't live that far from that where it happened at. So now when I drive by there, I always see it and I think about it all the time. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but one of the coolest things that you did while you were there was you got us this awesome video bumper. I'm going to play it for everybody, okay?
All right.
All right. So this is what Jody got for us here.
Hi, this is Ace Frehley, and you're listening to Podcast Rock City, the only podcast from Jandel. Don't forget your spacesuit.
Dude, it was like a super realistic explosion at the end.
Yeah. Forgot about all that. That's cool.
Man, it's so cool that he looked at the camera and said, "Don't forget your spacesuit."
And what's funny is like I had to like do that auto like stabilizing the video because I was all nervous when I was doing it. So I'm like,
were you really?
Well, because I didn't want him I kind of told him what I wanted him to say, and he was kind of fucking it up a couple times, and then he finally got it right, and I was all nervous because I wanted a cool bumper for us, But yeah.
And you wrote that?
What?
You wrote
I kind of told him what to say. I didn't say the part about the spacesuit. He kind of ad-libbed that on the
Really? I never knew that.
Yeah, I told him, podcast from Jindal, obviously. But yeah, that's pretty cool. He was all hopped up on caffeine because Lonnie and I kept bringing him these cappuccinos.
You used to say that a lot at the beginning. You used to say that you were from Jandel, remember?
Yeah. That's a little carryover from Strange Ways. That's how I started all the Strange Ways. Strange Ways is that how you say it?
Yeah, Strange Ways.
Yeah, Ziz.
So for you guys out there that don't know, Jody, that's how we met. I used to be a fan of his show, and I always tell the story about wandering around Walmart at like 2 a.m. because I got nothing to do, and I'm just listening to Jody and his buddy D do a podcast, and I would shop because I worked nights, so I could go. I go to the grocery store, and then finally one day Jody messages me and goes, "Dude, I love your show." And
I
I was
did,
like,
man. I thought it was great.
it was really great, and then we've been hanging out ever since. It's been really awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody, Red, good. Thank you for coming on, watching with us. Everybody, Robert, Adam, what's up?
Chuck.
Chuck, everybody's having a good time tonight. I did watch my professional wrestling, and that's why I'm here now as opposed to earlier, because AEW is my shit. I still love other wrestling, but still AEW. It's really funny because I posted 10:05, and I don't remember who it was. Forgive me. They were like 10:05, like right after wrestling. I don't watch
They know
anything
you
else
too well.
during the week. Monday night is wrestling. Tuesday night is wrestling. Wednesday night is wrestling. Thursday there's wrestling on, but I'm not watching it. I met. Let's just say, read it. I can't see that.
It says that he met Gene and Bruce and Paul in Omaha on the Crazy Nights tour, and he tried to give Paul some earrings, but Paul declined. And then he found out later about the ear, and he felt bad.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I mean, he still wore an earring.
Yeah.
He could have taken them, and
Yeah, he should have just taken them and then pitched them if he wanted to. But he should
All
have
right.
taken the damn things.
All right, so listen, I'll tell you a story that'll make you feel better about yours. So
Okay.
my buddy Doug went to do the rock and roll fantasy camp when Paul sang, right?
Yeah.
And so Doug, my buddy Doug, he's a drummer, and he went. He basically found out Paul was going to be doing this, so he called them up and was like, "Look, I don't have 10 grand, but I've got this amount of money," and they were like, "We need drummers, we'll take it," So he got to
Cool.
go a little cheaper. Anyway, so Doug owned a music store, and he brought a T-shirt, his music store T-shirt, with him, right?
Yeah.
So he said, and it was all he had was like a double extra large, So he said, this is so bad. He said Paul walked in, and he walked over and he introduced himself, and he said, "Hey, I figured I've been wearing your T-shirts my whole life, so I wanted to give you one of mine." He said Paul looked at it and goes, "I'll have to gain a little weight because it was so big," right? He goes, then Paul leaves, and I look over, and he left the shirt.
Oh.
And he goes, so I ran over and grabbed it and chased him out to his car and brought it to him. I was like,
Nice.
oh my God.
That's funny. Do you remember, like, on that Kiss Loves You documentary, that kid presented Paul with that plaque? It meant, like, the world to this kid, and Paul just left it there. I mean, what are you going to do with all this stuff? You know what I mean? But still, you should have your people take it with you or something.
Take it with you. Even if you give it to somebody else, or even if you were to chuck it, nobody knows.
Yeah, do it
but
after the thing is over. Don't just leave it there. It's so rude. I got a good Kiss story. I don't know if you want to hear something a little filthy.
Oh, I don't know if we want to do that. Is it a true story?
It's a true story from my high school days.
Oh.
It's called the Blood Cup story.
Oh, go ahead. Go.
Yeah. I think anyone who's ever heard Strange Ways probably remembers this story, but this is like the coolest and most classic Kiss story I got. And so, like, Halloween, maybe 89, maybe 90, I don't know when, something like that. Me and my buddies were Kiss, of course. And we go to this party. I'm Gene Simmons. And, we got the makeup on and all that shit. And I met this girl, and she's kind of like all into it, And so she's like dying for me to she's asking me about my tongue and all this shit. And she basically wanted me to how do you say it? Go down on her. You know what I mean? Try to keep it a little more PG. So of course I obliged, And so I'm in there for a while doing my business, and D-Rock's outside the door, and Clinton, all the Strange Ways dudes, and a bunch of other people. And I come out after the fact, and those dudes are fucking applauding and all this shit. And I'm like, what's the big deal, man? This isn't like the first time this has ever happened. But it turns out that I guess she was on her monthlies, dude.
No.
I came out looking like Gene on the back of like Alive 2, man, just like bloodied up and
No.
yeah.
Have mercy.
Yeah.
That's too much for my brain. Karen.
Yeah. Sorry, Karen.
My sweet Karen is listening while driving right now.
Oh, no.
Please do not crash your car.
It was classic, though, man. About the girl that went sledding. Yeah. That was ridiculous, man. That's better left to D-Rock to tell. But basically, this girl, like, left a brown trail in the snowbank as she sledded down. That's the gist of that one.
Jody Alive 2. All right, so let's talk about
sweaty and blooded up and pretty rad.
So we've been on about 21 minutes and we're just kind of BSing. And thank you guys for being here with us. Here's the question, Jody, because we talked about it. Do you think the Kiss tour is going to go on? They're saying the 9th.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't if everybody's well, but who knows what this COVID thing is going to morph into. I think that, like, the way it's looking, we'll always have COVID from now until eternity. You know what I mean? It's always just going to keep mutating, and there's always going to be something to fuck shit up. And it really sucks for people like us. You know what I mean? Not only do I want to go to shows, but I want to play shows. And, you know, I don't work as much as I should because those bars are just not as cool now. You know, there's not as many people. And then when there are people, I'm worried because nobody's wearing a fucking mask. You know what I mean? But I don't think I can get it, dude. I really don't think I can get the shit.
Well, you had the
I had the antibodies.
You have the antibodies, which means you had it at some point.
I think that I had it like in February 2020. So I remember like right before COVID hit, I was feeling like shit for like a week, dude. And I don't really get sick ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I even missed the show that week.
You did. You were really sick.
Yeah, I felt like ass. But I could still smell and everything. So I don't know if it was COVID.
Well, that doesn't happen to everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So we're gonna learn a lot in the next couple weeks. So we got 9 or 8 days now until the tour is supposed to start back up. Then, so Gene has mild symptoms, they said. You know, he hasn't posted anything that I've seen online where he said, hey, don't worry about me, I'm cool, or anything like that. Paul did a couple of things, you know. Yeah. So
let me ask you this though, dude.
Yeah.
Do you think the meet and greets are done completely? Like even with,
I do.
Even with the cellophane or whatever, I think they're done.
I think they're done. I think they're going to tell people, here's your money back. You know,
that's a tough thing for them to do.
Yeah, but you know but seriously, they want to finish the tour. They want to finish out their, you know.
Yeah.
Now, me personally, this is what I said. You tell me what you think. I said what they should do is cancel the tour, do the cruise, do Vegas, and while these things are coming around, plan the one big final show.
That makes sense, dude. Because if they're going to be out there touring, they're going to get it again, dude. If they're susceptible to it, I think they'll have it again. What I want to know is how come Tommy and Eric didn't, like, what's up with those guys?
Well, you know,
they're already vaccinated. Were Gene and Paul vaccinated?
They're vaccinated. Yeah, they're vaccinated.
They were?
Yeah.
Before? Crazy.
But just remember, the vaccine doesn't mean that you won't get it. What it means is that it'll be less. Like I don't have it right now, but I have a nurse here that I teach her kid, and she sent me this thing. Basically, I asked for it for the show, and so basically what she said was, okay, here I'll show you what I'm talking about. So at the hospitals, she works at one hospital, but it's a group of hospitals. Okay. So at the time, there was 95 people in the hospital, right? With COVID, 3 of them were vaccinated. All the rest, 92, no vaccines. All right. So then you had since February, there'd been 90 deaths, 6 vaccinated. And then there were 26 people on ventilators, none vaccinated. So it shows you that apparently that vaccine helps keep you from getting very sick. Not to be political or anything like that. I don't, I'm no doctor or anything, but if those statistics are true and that's the hospital putting them out, but so we just have to wait. We just,
yeah. I'm one of those people that I'm like, I don't fuck with like mass vaccinations. I can't do it.
No, I get it.
Can't do it.
I get it. Everybody like I have a kid today that I taught. He said he's not vaccinated, but he said, I'm deathly afraid of needles. He goes, I'm 16 years old. I go in for a shot. They pull that shot out. I start screaming. He goes, I can't even control it.
Jeez.
I'm like, dang.
Well, there's got to be another way you could get the vaccine, right? Can't they make it like a pill or something?
I don't think so. I think they got to put it right into your bloodstream.
Yeah,
but anyway,
pills get there. It just takes longer.
I think so. But put it up your butthole like a tab.
Butt chug that vaccine, man.
Okay, listen. So, all right. So that's pretty much the news, and it's big news. Gene having COVID, Paul having COVID. Everything's on hold, but the cruise is still going forward as of right now. Well, we'll wait to find out what other news we're going to have, what other things are going on. This weekend is Labor Day, so we're not having a Podcast Rock City show. So, because I'll be out of town in a place where the internet is
You're
no,
going to the lake?
I'm going to the lake. Maybe I'll do some fishing. But anyway, so that's going to give us 2 weeks to wait and see if anything new happens. By the time we get back, Kiss will be back on tour, right? So,
Hopefully.
so that's 8 days from now. They're saying the 9th. I don't know if I feel like that's too early, but that's next Thursday. Next Thursday, yeah.
Do you have a date for your reschedule?
Not yet.
Golly, that's the second time it's been rescheduled, right?
Yep.
That show was supposed to happen when? Back in 2020?
September last year.
You'd be lucky if it happens in 2022, I think. I'm sorry, September. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now they have pushed back all the Australian dates to next year.
This end of the road is never going to end. It's going to be pushed back, and then one of them is going to die, and then it's just over. Sorry, Joe. But it's a fact. They're really old, dude.
Oh, they're not really old. Think about it. They're barely 70. It's like, oh my gosh, Jody, you killed me.
I had an uncle, my punk rock uncle Dwayne, this week died at 56.
I'm not even 56 yet. I gotta lose weight and start exercising. Look at me.
Good to me, bro.
I'm a sexy beast. All right, so that's the show. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you in 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks on Sunday. I got it. There's so many buttons to push. Sunday. Monster trucks. All right, we're out of here. 3, 2, 1. Peace.